Hi guys, here today for the very first time on video to post on Facebook. Looking forward to starting a YouTube channel soon, so I have to brave the video. So here goes. Haven't done this before, but I did do a video in Greece where I refused to take my sunglasses off. If you guys have seen that, it was recruiting conversations. I share it often, being my only video to share with people when I'm asked. But today I want to share my story with you. So we're going to see how far I can get through this without one of my children, husband coming downstairs, a customer coming to pick up, and I may have to do a double shoot. But I thought it was really important for me to post my story and you see me tell my story, not just me share it on Facebook, which I've done tons of times. So I was talking to Nisa, who's a teammate of mine, and she shares some very cute videos. You've probably seen me share them in the past. And I told her that this year was my year to get on YouTube, to get behind the video, not be the person showing you a warmer all the time and you not seeing my face. So here I am, and I want to share my story. I started Scentsy 2 years ago and about two years and a couple days. Anyway, I started because I want some free and half price stuff. No way did I ever expect 2 years later to be sitting here with a group of 330, roughly 35 people underneath me, all starting by me saying yes to this gift, which you see me shouting about on Facebook very often. So before that, as you know, I did have a fashion business for about 5 years. When I started that, me and Ali were both laid off. We had no source of income at the time, and I had to do something to change that. And what I did at the time was we were asking every single person that would hear us if they would lend us money, because I had a hope and a dream to start a fashion business. How that came about is I went to a glamour girl party once, and I seen the girl do it, and I just kind of fell in love with the idea of selling stuff and sharing and being in a room full of girls to show them what and how they could look and feel good about themselves at an affordable cost. I did not want to join Glamour Girls. I was not a catalog seller. I wanted to start almost like, in a sense, a direct sales model, but here was me thinking I wanted to take on the world. I wanted to start my own business. I wanted to be independent. I didn't want the whole background thing of what I thought was somewhat of some pyramid scam, like you guys all think, obviously. I'm living proof now that that's not true. I went from my own fashion business to Scentsy and had incredible results on changing what I had originally thought was what I wanted. I was taking my business and making a direct sales model without even realizing. I started doing parties. My very first party, 7 people showed up. No one shopped. I could have gave up. I didn't. I got flyers out. I went to every apartment building in my area at the time downtown. We didn't have a car, so I did have to walk. This was about 7 years ago now, a little over 6, but closer to 7. And I put up the flyers. I talked to everybody walking through the streets. My flyers were really horrible quality. They just told that I sold purses. They had the little cut at the bottom with my name and number. And I just wanted to get the word out. People started to come to my apartment, which was really awkward. But I had about $400 of stuff with the money I had finally convinced a friend to lend us. And I had to sell it, because I had no choice. We didn't have a job. We didn't have jobs. We didn't have any out options. I didn't want to stay on government money for the rest of my life. I wanted to do something. So finally, as I started to build my business, I was doing vendor events every single weekend, 2 to 3 every weekend. I was doing purse parties every week. And here's where it became pretty direct sales model-ish, I'd say. I started asking, I thought, this is great. I'm doing 2 to 3 parties a week. I'm doing 2 to 3 events a week. Some weeks I was doing one every day almost. But I thought, what if I get a few people, once I started to get more stock and get established, it was about a year or so in, why don't I get more people to do them for me and offer them a percent? So I started to do that. Started having them do parties, offering them 20% of their sales in cash. Some of these girls were making anywhere from $80 to $400 in about 2 hours time doing these parties for me. Well, I was at home because I like to think smarter, not necessarily harder. I didn't want to be out and try to do all these parties. My back was hurting me. Many of you know I have fibro, so that does affect your joints when you're carrying 8 to 9 bins to do parties every single weekend. It wasn't until about year 2 that I started to see some serious results. I started to see us making money. I started to see me build a strong clientele to the point that I didn't need to do parties and events anymore, but I still wanted to get, more clients. More is not bad. Make more connections, meet new people. And we had met someone at an event that did the Cash for Gold. We linked up with her because I thought that was great. We could share parties. And me and Ali got into that business for about 2 years when the gold was at an all-time high. I'm always looking for ways to do and be more. Scentsy has now only fulfilled me where I don't want anything else per se, at least not at the moment, not for probably a couple of years at least. But through that, we had a store at the outlet mall for about 6 months, in which time we moved it to Essex to be closer to home. We had it here for another year and a half or so, and I didn't need to do anything else. We were selling Fashion Girl in there. I still had the home-based business. Ali was there working days, doing the gold, people going in to shop. I was at the house so people could shop here too. Almost just some people prefer more personal. They didn't want to go into a store. They wanted to have customized shopping with me, which was fine because I love that. So sometimes I worked at the store, sometimes he did, sometimes I was at the house. Fast forward. Ashley was a friend of mine. She was posting on Facebook. I remember one of her posts that stuck out was the Bring Back My Bars. She was posting a flyer that just said the prices on bring backs, and I thought, okay, I'll get a few. I had bought some warmers off of another direct sales Scentsy rep at an event, almost just to be nice. She had bought some stuff off me, so I bought some stuff off her. Did I think I would love it? No. I even let her pick my plugins. I didn't care, but I fell in love instantly. I loved that there was no more candles. We had kids, so clearly that was a big part of my choice in making the purchase to begin with, because I do always walk around and try to give business to anything that I find value in. I won't just buy to make a vendor happy, but I do try to connect with the person, and if we connect, I do try to make a valuable connection for future. Because of course those vendors can be of great asset to you. You can offer to swap parties, events. Say, do you have events that I maybe don't know about? I have some events. Let's link up and double our events for the month. Let's link up and double our parties for the month. So other direct salespeople are not your enemy. They can definitely be a very vital part of your business if you build your relationships with them when you meet them, rather than stay at your table and think that they are the enemy or your competition. They're not. Walk around and make friends. So anyhow, I bought 6 bars from Ashley at the time, or I was here and there buying bars, and every once in a while I wouldn't like a bar. I would feel bad. She didn't, keep too much stock at the time. She had just started. But I thought, okay, I don't like, 2 of my 6 bars now, or 3. What am I supposed to do? She doesn't have stock. I don't want to bug her for a return. I didn't want to give them away because if I don't like them, then, I picked them, and the person I give it to is going to think, oh God, she picked these for me. I was picking based on name, not description. I thought I liked spa and relaxing scents. I really love fruity and food scents. So I definitely learned that over time. But come the day, January 23rd, 2013, I wanted to have my own bars. I wanted all those mini testers. I wanted to smell my own scents. I was not looking to start a business. I had a business for 6 years. I did not need Scentsy. My business with Fashion Girl was definitely on its own feet. Me and Ali were home. There was a time that he got bored when the kids and Aaliyah started school, or actually a little bit before Aaliyah started school, that he went back to work for a bit. Summer times are slow. Everybody knows that with any business. That's your slowest time. So he kind of did to kind of supplement in a sense at the time. Never did I expect in 2 years with Scentsy to get to where I was with 6 years of building my own business, day in and day out, posting, doing auctions, doing events, doing shows. I was every single thing I could do to gain customers and build relationships. I was doing. I was, making friends on Facebook. Most certainly, just trying to be a good person so people would think of me when it came time for an event or a party. They would say, "Oh, you have to contact Cass because, she's really sweet or nice, or she's a good friend of mine now." Most of my customers now are definitely more like friends. So people ask me all the time, "Don't you have a separate business page? Don't you keep family and friends on one and keep your customers on another?" I don't believe that that would be fair. And I don't know where I would draw the line because most of my customers have watched me give birth to at least Aaliyah, but some of them I knew before I even had Bryson. So I don't know that I could say one is not a friend, but yet just a customer. I don't know that I can make that distinguish. I don't know if I could distinguish between the two now, where I am in my life with these people, what I've seen them go through, and it's just crazy how you can connect with people through something as small as a business. But so 2 years now I've been with Scentsy. You guys have watched my journey on Facebook. I guess it's kind of cool that I did this video now and not did it ahead of time because I don't know that I would have had a story to tell. I just know that if in 2 years with Scentsy, yes, I did know people, but it doesn't mean I didn't start somewhere. Yes, I utilized my contacts I made from my fashion business, just like all of you utilize your contacts you've made from your kids' sports games, your past jobs, your work relationships, your Facebook page. I would have been silly to say, I knew you from a past business, I can't contact you. No, those are your top 100. You're going to contact them. So anybody that says, "Oh, well, Cass knows more people," or Cass can recruit easier because she had a fashion business before this. Yes and no. I still started my fashion business with nothing. I still had 7 friends come to my first launch party. Nobody bought anything. My friend said, "Okay, we'll let you know if we want something." I still got out there with flyers. I did everything except it wasn't for Scentsy. It was for Fashion Girl. But through that, I have learned greatly what works and what doesn't. So what I do is I do tailor what works to my team. So instead of them finding out 17, 18 months to 3 years later on what works, they find out when they start. So this is why I wanted to tell my story. And I wanted you to know that you do not need to know people. You do not need to be a salesperson. You do not need to have lots of money to do this. You do not need to live in a good, busy area. I live in Essex County. As most of you know, you drive 30 minutes to an hour to come see me, most of you. I hear a lot of, "You live out in the boons, you're so far, you live so far." Me and Allie do deliver, but we do from time to time like you to come visit because then you can smell the new scents and check out some of the warmers in person. And just touch, feel, see what washer whips and stuff like that look like, just like a home party. Except you guys a lot of times don't have time for those. But I like to interact with you, show you, and have you smell the new scents. And just in general, your company. I love the visits. Honestly, I don't know when I'm away and out of town. It's kind of funny to me that I miss that. I miss that working, I guess, every day and being available for you guys. That relationship part is gone. So yes, I don't only offer delivery. I do let people stop into my house. I know that you guys appreciate me setting up times throughout the week that I'm available for you. And I definitely love it. I love you guys coming for coffee and hanging out with me. And the reason for today's video was to tell my story, but I wanted to also just show you who's behind the screen. I do have tons of other teammates, actually other reps from other teams on my page too. I am more than open to help anybody who is looking for advice in their business. As granted, I have the time in the day. I do have a lot of copy and pasted info on different topics now. So when you ask me a question, I'm usually pre-prepared. Don't think I'm typing that quick. I'm not. It's they're saved in my phone. Everything is done through this right here. If you even take a look in my notes, I don't save files. I do everything. I don't know that that's going to show. But I do everything through, yeah, it's not showing. I do everything through my notes. I have notes saved on tips and advice in your business. I have tips for starting your business, introducing Scentsy to the neighborhood. Anything from rules with Scentsy to starting off to what questions I've been asked a lot more frequently than not. So that's why you see me post so quick. That's why you see me answer so quick. And that's why I'm able to work my business roughly 8 to 10 hours a day. I do not do anything else. This is my full-time job. Allie's home full-time to help with the kids and to offer a delivery once or twice a week. We set up times with you guys, mostly people that don't drive, single moms. I like to cater almost. I kind of have a soft spot for people that I know. I was in those exact same shoes a couple of years ago. But I did change that, and I want you guys to be able to change that too. So if you have any questions at all about my business, about the Scentsy business, the opportunity, being a rep, being a host, making a purchase, please inbox me. We have an awesome team. I can send you to someone else if you are not in the Windsor, Essex area. We have reps actually pretty much worldwide now. We have a handful in the States now too, and one in UK and one in Australia. So we can connect you with somebody more local to you, but I would love to help you with anything that you need. And I'm going to start a YouTube channel hopefully this week. That is my goal for the week. That's me jumping on my comfort zone. February 7th, I am speaking at Spring Sprint for knocking. Actually, it's about the opportunity, period. Just recruiting, basically. Not sure that I could talk on anything else because clearly I lack in the video and party department for Scentsy in a sense. We do a lot of bag parties with our customers. They come in, I offer, free and half price stuff. Why don't you take a bag? Who wouldn't want free and half price stuff? Take a bag they're going to order in a couple weeks anyway. Why not have a few friends and family add to it? So the bag opportunity is always there. You don't have to have a home party. It is as easy as I just said it was. That's it. My customers love it. So if there's anything at all you guys need, and I hope you look forward to more of my videos, because I promise you, this is 2015 and this is my year to break out of my comfort zone, and it starts today. See you guys soon, and I am home until 5 today for anybody that wants to stop by. Bye guys.